Hello and welcome to the Founder Conversation series under the auspices of Firstwings Connect program by IDFC First Bank. Today we have with us Ayan Mahapatra, the founder of Fusionskills. Fusionskills has a very interesting tagline that says empowering students with 21st century employability. Before we move forward, let us get to know Ayan a little better. He has an experience of 23 years in higher education, skill development, and graduate employability segments. He is passionate about enhancing employability of graduates beyond the metro cities by empowering them with 21st century employability skills. Ayan, welcome to the conversation series.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Priksha.
Most welcome. Ayan, our viewers would be keen to hear from you how you would describe Fusionskills.
Uh, Thanks. Fusionskills India is an early stage startup. We are a part of the Startup India program of Government of India. We are trying to solve the employability challenge that we have. We have read about how employability skills are so critical. At the same time, what we have experienced is that the gap still remains. If you look at the numbers, only about 42% of our professional graduates, like engineering and management, are employable. So that leaves about 58% people who are yet to be employable. And this challenge, if you see, is larger on a much larger scale in the cities beyond the metros. So if you look at a Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, it's different. But when we look at a district level and when we look at states which are not so fortunate to have those access, the problem is much larger. So what we do is, this is where we come in and we work very closely with institutions. We identify what the students need, what kind of support do they need, what kind of learning gap or skill gap that exists today, and how do we create a solution, a customized solution for every institutions, for every batch. We design that solution and then we deploy or deliver that solution right on campus where the students are going there in those cities, being in their campus, in their classroom. We help them to develop those skills, and finally we help them become more employable so that the success rate of the students in interviews, or let's say in the campus, for the institution in the campus placement, gets an enhancement. That's primarily what is Fusionskills focusing.
Quite interesting. I'm sure there must have been some gaps and pain points that caught your attention before embarking on this endeavor that you have decided to address. Would you like to talk about those?
Sure. So, Priksha, as you mentioned earlier, I have spent almost 23, 24 years in this higher education and employability development segments. So there are certain things that I witnessed during my professional journey. Primarily, the institutions which are located in non-metros do not have access to companies or have access to very few companies when it comes to placing their students, let's say through on campus or off campus. Second, if you look at the selection ratio of most of the companies, when it comes to a metro campus, if they select X number of students, when they go to a non-metro campus, the selection ratio falls by 50 to 65%. So if 10 students were selected from a metro campus, you will see 3 to 5 students are selected from a non-metro campus for the same role. Another challenge that our students in non-metros face, they have good ideas. They have, let's say, excellent academic records. They have, I would say, very good domain skills. But most of the times they are not able to express themselves during interviews, or most of the time they feel a little, they have a little lack of confidence when they face the industry. So what happens, these students, therefore, because they have limited access to resources, they try and go search for courses online. They enroll with some of these programs thinking that self-learning will help them. But finally, because they don't have anyone to ask questions to, they don't get to see how their peers are performing. So the input may be good, but the absorption rate of these students were very marginal or minimal, to say. So most of, in such cases, what I saw is, if and then the students find that, okay, it's very difficult for me to get into a career despite doing a professional course or completing my course with such a good academic record. So that's where I saw that opportunity, that if the students A, understand what they need, B, they get a solution which helps them address their need, C, gets to participate in something on a regular basis with a larger interval over a period of time, then how it helps them. So that's where we came in. We told the institutions that we are not going to just conduct one-off workshop and go away. We are not just going to do a 1 or 2 sessions and then say that, okay, your students have done this. We want to work with you. We want to make this program a part of your semester or your annual curriculum. And we want to bring in the industry professionals. So our trainers are industry professionals. They are not trainers per se. Someone has, let's say, 25 years of experience in consulting. Someone has, let's say, 20 years of experience in sales and marketing. These are the people who go there. They tell those students what is the requirement in the industry, how do they look at as recruiting managers when they go to campus, and that's how we design and develop this program, and then we deliver this program. So that is what we focus on. So those are the pain points that we are trying to solve, and we have made it accessible to the students right in their city on their campus.
That's great. And for the benefit of our viewers, how would you describe the value proposition and differentiation of fusion skills, considering there are quite a few players in this space now?
See, there are a number of players. What Fusion Skills focus is on a very unique area. We do not have one size fits all approach. So we do not go and say that, okay, we have this communication skills program which can be beneficial to all your students. Or we do not go and say, okay, this is how we want your students to learn problem solving. So what we precisely do is, first we go there and do an evaluation workshop to understand what is the need of the students, what kind of skills they are actually having a gap, which are the gap areas. Based on that, we give them a host of recommendations. Then we sit with the institutions and design something. To give an example, what is relevant to an MBA marketing may not be relevant to an MBA finance to that extent. What is relevant to someone in engineering doing an IT and or computer science may not be relevant to someone who is doing engineering in, let's say, civil or electrical or mechanical. So that's how, based on their academic background and based on their career goal, we design these unique solutions. And as I mentioned, our value proposition lies in the fact that all the people who are going to campus and training those students are industry experts. They are domain experts. They are from the industry with at least 15 years. Some of our trainers have 25 to 30 years of experience, to help them get those industry insights to make them shape up for what the industry requires. That's why we call it 21st century workplace skills. The workplace skills keep changing, but our academia, the syllabus, their teaching method has some classical approach. So we try to add on some value there beyond the classical approach. We give them what is relevant to the industry. And as I mentioned, one of the very important point that we have is it's not remote, it's not online, it's on campus. You are seeing the industry expert in front of you. You get the chance to ask questions, you get the chance to modulate yourself accordingly. So that's where we come in, and that's where we are unique, that the solution is customized, the solution is industry specific, and the solution is delivered on campus. These are the main value propositions, if you ask me, that we have.
That's truly informative and impressive. So, what kind of mode do you think Fusion Skills has?
Well, I would describe our mode as our quality. Let me give you an example. Wherever we have done our pilot sessions, we have asked a few questions as a part of our feedback process to students. When we asked the students if the sessions have made a difference to their lives, or do they feel different after attending the session, 99% of the attendees have said yes to that question. And no one has said no. Probably 1 or 2 attendees haven't answered that questions, but 99% of the attendees have said that the sessions have really made a difference to them. And when we have asked if they would like further such sessions, more than 95% of the students have said that they would like to have further such sessions. So that speaks for our quality during our pilot program itself. I'm talking about this the way we are designing. See, we are completely focused on creating long-term value, because when you are saying that we are working on skill development, we are working on skill enhancement, what happens is the results are seen only after a year. You are training the students throughout the year, let's say throughout the semester or probably over a period of time, and when they go and get themselves get the jobs, get themselves placed into industries, that's where you see the difference. So that's going to be our mode, because we are very confident that we are delivering quality to the students. We are making a difference to their lives. We are creating an impact, and with the quality. So we are building it, as I say, we are building capability with quality. So that's essentially is our mode, and that's something it's very difficult for anyone else to copy in this manner in at this level of engagement.
That's wonderful. Fusion Skills is clearly a business with awesome potential. Before concluding, would you like to share your first impression about the Firstwings Connect program by IDFC First Bank?
Sure. See, as founders, we are very close to our ideas and we are very passionate about it. Thanks to IDFC First Bank and the Firstwings Connect program, we we are we are able to structure those thoughts. We are able to express them in a manner which makes sense to the community at large and to the investors, to be very specific. And the kind of mentoring, kind of guidance that we have got from Firstwings Connect by IDFC First Bank is awesome. So I'm very, very thankful to IDFC First Bank and to the Firstwings Connect program for this kind of support and for this kind of what I would say, mentoring and helping us structure our thoughts and express them in a much organized manner.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Ayan, for taking the time out for this sharp conversation and best wishes for your journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.